MCH, kick in MCH. MCH, kick in MCH.
Welcome back to another episode of Making Money Move. I'm your host, Al Madoff. Today we are talking to our returning guest, Buck Steeler. Buck Steeler is the editor of Larson Research. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Buck, the 18 largest tech companies listed in the U.S. have suffered from major damages the last 3 months. It's down about 20%, and this has been a trend with tech investors this year. If it's not sideways, it's an outright downward burn. I want to start off by asking what your sentiment is on the sector. Obviously, it has not been a very shining year for investments.
Well, you know, Madoff, it might shock a lot of people to hear this, but tech stocks are bad investments. They need capital all the time. There's hardly any liquidity since Stark Industries holds on to everything, and I would not take a position in the current entry points available across the tech sector. They continue going down rabbit holes and sometimes finding nothing, and they run into all sorts of operational problems. And then there's the constant bad news from the media. Parker Industries went under shockingly fast. Roxxon's nothing but bad publicity with their Sky Whales and Wolverine Hulks. Speaking of which, Olympus Group has its own Hulk problem right now, and Oscorp has a Goblin problem. Again, and Stark Industries had been stagnant since Tony's passing. All in all, you've got to know the patterns you're investing in with these securities. Yes, there's high volume, but there's also high volatility. The RSI indicator is always above 70 on these stocks, and it never comes down. These stocks are overbought, and the EMA indicator is frequently acting as a resistance and rejecting the price back down to lower and lower support levels.
Yeah, that all might be true, but his rumored cats and dogs talking technology will make enough money to cover the lawsuits from this venture, and then some.
Warning, stay away from major cities. Ice giants have invaded America. There are no emergency services. Go somewhere warm, I guess.
That was REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. Followed by what was the biggest song in Wakanda before the world ended, 24/7 Vibranium. I'm about to get back to the music, but first, a heads up about how the war is going. Our world has been invaded by other realms because the Dark Elves had their own Rainbow Bridge, and then they destroyed our Rainbow Bridge, but we stole their Rainbow Bridge and brought back reinforcements. And now these invaders can get
2018. Let's get it. MCH, kick in MCH. MCH, kick in MCH. DNA, mix of DNA. Chase it, never chase a witch. Mass off, mass off, mass off, mass off. MCH, kick in MCH. Chase it, never chase a witch. Don't chase no witch, kill a beauty. Don't sit right with me. Gotta hit it, start a beauty family. A jubilee, drink some blood from me. Chase no witch. Wolverine goes through those extremes. Morlocks, looking like some goop. Chase no witch. In the mirror, call your family too. Butterface, beauty butterface. Butterface, butterface, butter. Take a taste, make a new race. Take a taste, make a new race.
Mass off, mutant mass off, mass off, mutant mass off, mass off,
Mass off. Jean Grey, looking this way. Read my mind, we can go to play.